Hello, my amazing, beautiful, talented friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Saturday. It is August 2nd. So we're still like celebrating August babies. Happy birthday, all of you out there. I don't know if my video for the Peridot jewelry has come out yet. I think it probably will by this time. But today we have some unboxings and it's Kraftika time, guys. I got Kraftika in yesterday and I'm so super excited about it. So let's open it up and let's see what we got. Okay, guys, here it is. Here's our little sweet bundle of Czech glass exclusives all the way from the Czech Republic. All the way from the Czech Republic. So this is the Czech box exclusive for August. It's called Red and Green Garden Treasures. Oh, red and green. I'm hoping it's not super Christmassy. I'm not ready for that yet, guys. I know it'll be here before we know it. It's like the 4th of July happens and then you're like buying like fall decorations and then you're buying a turkey and then it's Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So it's there's a lot of noise going on in my background, you guys. I'm so sorry. I have neighbors working on stuff next door and my dog is barking because he's freaking out. So I am so sorry. If this gets to be too loud, I will pause it and try to resume later when maybe they're not working right outside my window. But let's try to see if we can bust through this real quick. So we have, oh, it looks kind of fallish. So let me get my little dish here. What we have here is some beautiful maple leaves. These are red with a gold wash. So that way you're having the gold veining in the leaves and it's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. I have really great neighbors, but they have workers here and they're just talking kind of loud. I guess one of the poor guys found a beehive and it was no bueno, so that's not good. Sounded like it was not a good thing. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to talk louder than what's going on outside my window and hopefully that'll help. All right, next we have this really cool like carved coin. It's a nice big one. And it's in that beautiful like green. You can see through it. It has the gold wash. So again, we're getting some beautiful gold wash on our pieces, which is really lovely. Nice and warm, you know, and that's kind of what we're getting ready for. We're trying to get ready for our fall, right? That fall season happens for us jewelry makers so much quicker and quicker every year, I feel like. And we have some beautiful little drops here. These are red and gold. Again, just gorgeous. I think these would be beautiful on a pair of really dangly earrings. I'm absolutely loving that red and gold together. It's just glorious. I love it. I have my little box out here, guys, and I'm just adding to my box. You know, again, the weather is just awesome. It's so perfect. I have the window open. Last night we went to the Cyndi Lauper concert and it was so fantastic. And it was an outdoor concert and so it cooled off at night, but it wasn't like cold. It was like 63 degrees. It was so refreshing. And the concert, you guys, was just amazing. She's just as amazing as she was in the 80s. Absolutely love that woman. She is so awesome. And I even got like super emotional at one point because I started thinking about, you know, how old I was when I started hearing her music for the first time. And it was just so nostalgic for me. And being a young girl, having Cyndi Lauper as like a woman I could look up to as like, you know, besides my mom and my grandma, I looked up to them too. But as a performer, it was so wonderful. All right, so we have these cute little leaves here, little gold leaves, and these are awesome little charms. I absolutely love those. All right, and next we have some, oh, these are cutie little beads. I like these. Let me just get a little tray here. So these are like some rainbow iris, little 3mm rounds. You got all kinds of color going on here. Some gold, some green, some blue, some red, some purple. Really, really pretty. Let's put those little babies right there. Next, oh, look at this green. Wow, that's fun. So we're not talking about Christmas green, you guys. We have some green. Look at that. So you got some 6mm faceted rounds here. Remember, guys, all check glass. No gemstones, all check glass. Just check glass and all of its gorgeousness, beauteous, and it's the best. I love it. You guys know I am a check glass girly. All right, so we have some more fire polish, little yarn balls. These are wonderful. Again, you're picking up some copper, some blue, some purple, some gold. Really, really pretty. Put those across the top. We have some clear green. So these are some little faceted 4mm rounds. And this is more of like a really light peridot color. So again, another shade of green. We have, so far, like this is our third shade of green. So we are really getting the spectrum of our greens here. The full spectrum of our greens. And I'm here for it. When I read red and green, I was like, But now I'm happy that I'm taking a look. We got this lovely pine cone bead, and I like these. I don't see them as often as I'd like to. These really do make me think of fall. The way they're shaped, the carving on them. I love a really nice drop, and it's drilled from top to bottom, so absolutely easy to work with. You can do a lot of things with a bead like this. This will be part of a focal, I'm sure. If I had two, I would definitely do a pair of earrings. All right, so now we're getting into some reds. And we got some 4mm faceted red beads. And these are like a nice true red. So really pretty. Gonna add some brightness. I love that. I don't use red a lot, and I don't know why. Red is a good color. Okay, oh, we got some like greenish blue here. We have some little baby owls. And these have an AB finish on them. Look at how pretty these are. So not only are we getting the green, but you guys, we're getting a little bit of blue here too. So that's really nice. It's not all about the red and green. I am thrilled with this box so far. Way to go, Kraftika. You guys are like rocking it over there. All right, and now we have a single leaf. And this is just a nice, beautiful, simple red leaf that is top drilled right here through the center. I don't see any kind of wash on it, just a beautiful, true red leaf, and it's gorgeous. And it's very just simplistic, and I like that. Oh, we got something here, it's like a little branch. Let's take a look. I like it when they send the little charms in because they have the most precious little charms. So this is like a little leafy branch, and it's really cute. We have just one, but that's perfect because this would be great as a little tiny pendant or a part of a bigger pendant for you. And we have some more red. We have some like elongated like bicones, kind of bicone-ish. And these are a red with a lot of gold finish on it. So the red is actually showing up very pale, almost to the point where it's almost orange. And I can really embrace that. It's really, really pretty. And it looks even more orange because you have that nice gold wash over it. So it's really, really nice. All right. Oh, we have the same thing going on with the green ones. We have a couple of the long green ones. Take a look at these, and these also have a gold wash on them, which is in turn making that green really, really pale, and you're seeing a lot of that gold finish on there. Really gorgeous. And back to some red. We have some regular red drops. So not only did we get the red and gold, and now we just have some red. Oh, but these have like a little luster on them to where you're getting like a little bit of a, I don't know, like a clearish, yellowish tone to it. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it's really, you see how the fat part of the drops is like kind of like glowy a little bit in some of them? That's what I'm looking at right here. Very pretty. All right, next we have some deeper green, more of like a dark teal green. Very foresty looking, and these have a Picasso finish on them. So a lot different of a finish than what we've been looking at. So this is cool because this offers like a whole different look, a whole different like feel or texture, even with your eyes, like a feel with your eyes, right? But that's a gorgeous green. And we have some more little owls. These little owls just crack me up. They're so stinking cute. So now we just have some gold ones. And this is such a beautiful gold. Look at how pretty this gold is on here. And the owls are the same front and back. So no matter which way they turn, you are seeing the cute little owl face. These are adorable little owls. I almost called them olives. They're not olives, Jody. All right, and now we have some 3mm gold rounds, not faceted. Just a beautiful little gold spacer bead. These are so perfect for spacers. And a lot of times I don't like to use a lot of metals because some metals can tarnish and age over time. So like I like to look for little check glass beads that I can use as spacers instead, because these aren't going to change. These are going to stay. These are going to be gold. So very pretty. All right, we have some more like little lacy coins. These are a smaller version of the big one we got, but these aren't like see-through. These are opaque, and they have that nice, beautiful green. It's like a deeper green, more of a foresty green with the gold finish on them. Really, really pretty. Same on front and back. Just those beautiful carvings on those lacy coins. Very, very pretty. Next we have some pink. We got some pink in here, you guys. Let's take a look at these. So these are some, they're almost iridescent. So I know they have like a little bit of a luster finish on them, but they are like pink and even like a little clear, 6mm rounds. Very, very pretty. That's a nice addition to the green and the red in here. And we have some more green. We have some faceted 6mm beads. And these are just like your true Kelly green. Very, very pretty green. It's one of my favorite greens. I have a lot of favorite greens. Green's a great color. Green always makes me think of something being fresh and new. You know what I mean? It's just really, really pretty. Okay, now we have some matte drops. These are matte, and these are half gold, half red. These are really cool. These are bringing in some texture, guys. So we've had all this shiny, 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 and now we have a little bit of matte. And I always say that you need just a little bit of matte with your shiny just to give it a little interest. And here it is. Very pretty. Those will make really nice little earrings. And these are drops that are drilled top to bottom. So again, super easy to work with, super fun to work with. Here's some more green. And I think these are more of the 6mm. I think they might be a little shade lighter. Yep, they are a little shade lighter, I think. Let me grab, that's the other one. Well, no, they look pretty close to me. I don't know, maybe it's just a duplicate of that green. Maybe that was an accident. I don't know, but we'll throw those in there. And then we have some larger gold drucks, and these are, I believe these are 6mm as well. So again, nice to get some gold in here. That gold is gonna really help bring all these colors together, and just, it's really pretty. So we have that. And we're down to our last little baggie here. And we have some roller beads. These are like 8/0 seed beads that have a, I think they're gold lined. Let me take a peek here. Yeah, they're gold lined. So again, really, really pretty. I love a good lined seed bead, and these are super nice. I love that green and the gold together. That's so pretty. So I'm going to put that in here and dump it in. Let's see what we want to do today. Whoops, I'm so sorry, guys. That was a total accident. We're gonna take a peek at what we have here, and I think we're gonna make something kind of fallish. And I think I would like to do like a fun little pair of earrings, maybe we could do a few pair of earrings because we have some cute things. So like these little guys are calling me. These little owls. So we have these cute little owls. And then we have, let's see, what would we want to do with our cute little owls? I think we'd want to put these beads with them. Those are beautiful. I kind of want to do like an owl bracelet. How fun would that be to have all the little owls like on a bracelet? Those are so cute. They're so stinking cute. But I do want them to be on earrings too. We haven't done just like an all earring one in a while. So maybe we can do that. I think that we could use these for something in an earring. Maybe I could do some wire through here and, you know, maybe bead up on top of that to make something really, really pretty. And maybe we could fit, if we had thin enough wire, we could do two, so we could have something hanging down here too with maybe these little matte drops. That would be really cool. So I'm going to pull out this stuff. We're going to make a few pairs of earrings, so we need some of those beads, and I don't want to use them all, but they're so stinking pretty that I just can't help myself. I think we're going to need these as well. Really, really cute. Very pretty. I want all of those. And then I think maybe we could probably, trying to think. I really like these little beads a lot. They're so cute. I want to bring in, let's do these really cute lacy coins. And I think I would like to do like some of the yarn ball with it, because that's really cool. This would have like a lot of texture. We have these really dark ones. These are really, really pretty. I also feel like we might want some extra drops maybe. So I'm going to pull these out. Maybe some of these drops. I'm just yanking out a bunch of stuff here, guys, that we're going to play with. And I want to make like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 pairs of earrings. I think that would be great. So I'm just pulling out all of those. Let's pull out just maybe a couple of these little gold ones. Let's get this pink, because we're going to want to make something with pink. And we have this really pretty pale green. So let's pull out some of this pale green. And then I'm just going to leave this open, set next to me in case we need anything extra. And I think we might use these little leaf charms too at some point. So we have some stuff to start with. I'm going to grab a bunch of supplies. I'm going to need some different wire. I am going to need some head pins, eye pins, and all that kind of good stuff. So I'll be right back. Okay, I do believe I have everything. So I had some scraps of the Soft Flex beading wire in fine, and it's a satin silver color, but it's okay that it's satin silver because, well, just because it's not going to be seen very much. So what I'm thinking is I really would like to see my wire to be able to go through like, I guess I'd want to do it like, yeah, like this, and then be able to bring it up. Yeah, so this is what we're going to try to do here. So I've got my wire through half of this, and what we're going to do is we're going to feed on some of these little beads, just a couple of them. So let's do like 2. Actually, let's do 3. And then let's do one of these little red and gold here. And then let's do one more of these and another little red and gold. Oh, actually, we're going to need to save 2 So we're gonna need 3, I think, on each one, no, 2 on each one. So we're gonna do the larger ones next. So let's do this one, which means we're just gonna end up having like one extra one, which we'll use as a little drop for something. I'm not worried about it. And then here, and then I think that would be like our middle. So if I did, so like that, and then come back up, this would be kind of like a little loop underneath. So let's do that. Let's put one of our little beads on. And then we need one of our bigger drops. So we're gonna need 4 for the other side. Yeah, we'll have plenty. Okay, good deal. There's that one. And then we need another little bead. And then we need this little guy. Oops, sorry about the ladder noise, guys. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, I think they're done over there. I thought if I got started early enough, but then I looked at my watch, I'm like, well, it is 11:30. So I've been up since 8. We got home super late last night, so I slept in. But I was getting some other stuff done around the house. I started a load of laundry, cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, you know, that kind of stuff. Just like little odds and ends that need to be accomplished. And my husband's outside cutting the grass again because we got a lot of rain over the last like few days. And the grass really just grew. Okay, that's gonna be darling. I am going to love these earrings. All right, so now we have, and this is good that this happened this way because we're gonna make a loop up here with our crimp bead eventually. But what we need to do is, I did separate out some beads here, but I don't know if we'll have enough. Let me see, there's 4, and I already pulled out the ones I'm gonna need for the other ones. Well, maybe if we didn't need too many on each side, let's just see how many we're gonna need to bring that together up at the top. There's 2, 3, 4. Maybe we'll need to do 6. I went outside, I was talking to my neighbors. She has like a little tree that was growing up into the roof of her house, and then she had her sister and her brother over to help her get it down and cut it out of there before it ruins her roof. I really do have like the nicest neighbors, and we stood out there talking for a little bit, and my dog was like, oh yeah, okay, I remember you guys. And then like, he's got to like remember you by like sniff, I guess. I don't know, but it was so cute. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm okay now. I remember you guys now. But he's so protective over the family and his yard, you know, like dogs are, you know, that's just the way dogs are. And they're like, Woody, you know us. All right, so if we brought those together, that's cute. You guys, look at how cute that's gonna be. I kind of thought about doing these on here too. Like one of these. Let's see how that would look. Just to bring our little strands together. Yes, that just finishes up. That looks kind of elegant. You guys, I made something elegant. I don't usually do that. That's pretty. That's so pretty. All right, so now that we have this, now you're probably wondering, what the heck are we gonna do? All right, so it's actually gonna be pretty simple. Let me just grab one of my little things here to close this up so I can get my crimps out. All right, and again, we're using the Soft Flex Fine, and that way we know it fits through these this check glass bead twice. I'm sure like your 7 strand would probably work too, but I knew I had some scraps of this, so I'm like, let's just use the scraps because we have some. All right, so now, I want to do gold. I want to do a gold crimp. So let's grab one of these little gold crimps here. Actually, let's grab 2 because we're gonna need one for the other earring. And I'll probably just do the other earring off camera, or most of it. Like I'll do the part where I'm putting it through here again so you guys can see that. But that way it's not, I'm not keeping you like this whole time, like just watching me make the same pair of earrings over and over. All right, so now that we have our crimp on there, we want to take our longer piece that we have, which this happened in a good way. If you can remember that, and to just, you know, have one of your little ending strands to be longer than the other, because it works out better, because then you can make your loop with one, because you just need to make a loop with just one of these. And you're just putting it back through that crimp. It doesn't have to go back through the bead, although if you can, that's even better, but it's not necessary. I kind of want it to go back through just so I can pull it through a little bit easier. All right, so I think I got it through there. All right, it should be coming out the bottom. Oh, it's trying to go through that little baby bead there. There we go. All right, so now I have it coming out the bottom. And one really easy way to do this is you can pull both strands just to pull that down. But then you got to also remember that you do want this to be a little bit snugger. So you just got to find out where there it is. Okay. So we're going to pull that down just a little bit more because we want our loop to be somewhat small. Okay. So there it is. There's our strand that made our loop coming out the bottom. And there's our little short strand and our loop. So now we can grab our crimping pliers. And I think because this is on fine, I don't know if my magical crimpers would work super well. So we're just going to go in with my regular crimps. And we're just going to do a nice little regular crimp. And it's going to be a nice crimp. It's not going to be awful, so I'm not worried about it like not looking well, because look how nice that actually looks. It looks good. All right, now we can trim that off. Grab my little cutters here. And just be careful where you trim it. And I will measure my scraps so you guys know how long of a length I was using. In case you wanted to make a pair like this from your own stash, or if you get this box, you could make a pair like this too. All right, so let me measure that real quick just so you know. All right, so these are 8-inch scraps. I don't remember what I was going to do with these, but whatever it was, I changed my mind last minute, whatever it was. All right, and now we need some little ear wires. So let me just get out some, I need a couple little gold ear wires here. And let's put that through and then close it up. Oh, look at that darling earring. That turned out beautiful. I absolutely love it. All right, let me show you, just getting started, what I did to get this started. All right, so we went through here, our bead in the center, just like this. We have a little bit hanging out, just, you know, probably about 3 inches. And then we're gonna go through, when we put some beads on, we're gonna come through the other way to do the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this other one real quick, and I'll be back and we'll do another pair of earrings. All right, guys, here they are. Look at how cute they turned out. Aren't those adorable? Oh my gosh, I will try them all on when we are done with the video today. So let's go ahead and let's get started on the next one. So I was thinking for the next one that we do like little drops coming down from these, but I wouldn't want to put like a little earring, like a little wire up there. And I thought these would be really cute to just do like little dangles coming down. And we've got like, we have an extra little pink one. We got 3 and 3. I think this would be really cute. So if we did that, plus if I brought some of the little gold ones in, we could probably do that too. So let me grab my, I've got some shorter, whoops, this is kind of mixed. Got some shorter ball head pins that we can use. I have some eye pins here. So let's go ahead and make this first one. Oh wait, I have more pink ones here. Why am I So maybe we could do 4 or 3 and 3. Yeah, I think that would be cute. All right, so we're gonna make our first one. Again, this is just kind of me thinking about how I want to do this. Not really quite sure if this is gonna be exactly what I want. So now I just gotta think, if this hooks through here and the other earring hooks this way. All right, so I need these to be the same on both sides. All right, so I'm just going to take this little guy and bend it like this. I can always fix my loops if they're not lining up correctly. I'm going to take some of this and like just snip it off here. Save that because we could probably use that to make another eye pin, which we probably will. I'm going to grab my little round nose pliers here. And we're just going to make a little loop right up here at the top. All right, so there it is, and they're pretty much facing the right way. Let me see. They're a little off-centered, but that just takes a little twist, and then we got it. All right, so then if that hangs on here, yeah, I can't do them opposite, but I think I like this side better because it's a little more textured, but this is like really the front side. I guess it doesn't really matter. Whichever way I like it, I guess. So let's hook this through here. Because that's going to be the top of our cute little earring. And then we have these little short head pins. And these can all be done like simple loops. It doesn't have to be anything like a wrap loop or anything like that. So let's put this one on. And then let's maybe do this green one with it. I have more of the green and the pink, so if I need to do more, I can. And we're gonna make a nice little simple loop here. So let me just cut off some of this. So there's our little drop. And then we can open her up. And let's just put her through one of these little holes here. Maybe this one. Well, it keeps twisting on me. And then we can close it up. Okay, that's gonna be really cute, and it's gonna be a little bit, kind of a little bit fluffy. So I think we'll do the same here. Yeah, I think we'll be able to figure this out. Okay. So let's take this little gold one. Maybe we'll just do some of the other ones. I think I have that on the wrong, yeah, I wanted it on this little one here. Hold on. I thought it looked a little odd. Let me open that back up real quick and move that down. When you're dealing with such small things, your fingers feel like giant hands. You're like trying to get things in like little spots. There we go. Now we are on the right one. Okay, that's gonna be cute. And then let's do maybe like a little matching one over on this side. Make our little simple loop here. There, that's cute. And then we can hang that one on the opposite side. Close that up. Adorable. And then let's grab some more. I've got a couple more of the pink. I'm just gonna take those out. Got more of the light green. Let's just grab those. And I have some more of the gold. There we go. Okay, so let's just do a few more little dangles here. And I'm thinking that maybe if we do like just a pink one, sorry, just a pink one on each side here and a green one on each side here, that would be really cute. It's kind of like scattered around. So let's try that. And I do want to use like a little gold spacer on the bottom just to bring in more of that gold. There we go. And then let's do the little green one on that side. Let's complete the whole side here. And again, I do want to put a little gold bead on the bottom. There we go. This is kind of fun. I'm enjoying making some earrings. I haven't just done a whole earring video in a while. I know I like to do them every now and then, but it's been a little bit since I've done one. All right, so we have 2 more dangles on this side, and then we'll put our ear wire on and see what we think of that earring. And then I'll do the second one off camera, and we can come back to each other and do a third pair. I think we're gonna get like three or, well, I think 4 pairs of earrings today, which is a good number. 4 is a good number for earrings to do in one video. All right, one more. Super, super cute. Oh, did I not put my gold one on there? There we go. Super adorable. And we're not going to do anything with that very top section right here. We're going to just leave that one alone. So this is what we ended up getting, and I think that's cute, and it's just going to kind of dangle like that. Let me grab another pair of gold ear wires. And there it is, and it's just going to be like a little cha-cha earring. Really, really cute. All right, guys, I'm gonna make the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, here's our cute little gold and pink and green pair of leafy earrings. They are so cute. And I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. Again, don't worry, we'll try them all on. And then I decided to go ahead and make the next one, and it's a It's a stick wire wrapped earring with our little lacy coin at the bottom. So that's actually really easy to do as well. So let's see if I can remember how I did it. So what I did was I have, of course, this one. I have 2 of the Picasso, and I chose the yarn balls that are more gold than anything. And what I did is I took my wire. This is about 8 inches of wire. It's 22 gauge German style wire. So it's a little bit stronger than your craft wire, but you can definitely do this with craft wire as well. So I'm just starting right here, and I'm going to make a wire wrap loop. And we're just going to do 2 times around, because it'll get like a thicker up here, like a little thicker wrap up here once we're done. All right, so we got that, and we're just going to fix our little part that's kind of sticking up there. It's going to be covered, but I still like to fix it as we go. There we go. All right, and then we're going to drop on our green one, our gold one, and then our green one, just like that. And then when we make our next loop, we're going to do it up a little bit higher to leave a gap here, because there's going to be wire going through and around the beads. And it's not like, I didn't do like a super like patterned, I just kind of did it however it's going to like fit up and around the beads. So both earrings might look a little bit different. Oops, I think I gave myself too much of a space here. Let me fix that. 1 second here. Let me just kind of, I gave myself a little bit too big of a space, and then my earrings wouldn't have been the same size. It's actually a very, okay, so right about here. So probably, see how little that is? That's about where we want to be. So I'm going to put my pliers there. So it's just enough to have like a little space between each bead. All right, so we put our pliers there, come up, over and around, and we'll do a wrap here. So like 2 times around. All right, bring up our bead so that it fits up against our wrap. And then we're going to bring our wire down behind our bead, like kind of go over top of our bead. So it'll look like that. Oops, sorry guys. I was like all over the place there. And then we'll go around 1 time, push that gold one up, go back over our gold bead, just however it'll lay, doesn't really matter. And then around once, around our green, and then we're just going to go back up. And wherever it stops is where you can stop it. In fact, I think I want to just kind of go up here. There we go. All right, so I cut this one a little bit too short, but that's okay. You guys get it. So maybe do about 10 inches, because I think that's what I had before, was closer to 10, and I just guesstimated. See, because you're going to want to do right here and then go around. So we're just going to leave that for demo's sake. Like, I'll still wear it. I don't care. I could also, like, bring it up and just around here to end it. Just like that. And that would be fine, too. But, yeah, so maybe cut about 10 inches. I think I miscut. And I think I cut too short because I forgot to measure the length of my wire before I did my earring. So yeah, I would do about 10 inches since I only did about 8 there. All right, so there is our little piece. That's really cute. And then you just need a simple head pin, and I just used a flat head pin because we're just gonna go through our bead. And then we're gonna make a simple loop here on top. Just like so. And we can open it. Put that on. Like that. Grab our gold ear wire. We're using a lot of gold today. And come on. There we go. And then we can just put that right on here and close it up. And now we've got our cute little wire wrapped stick earrings. Those are pretty. I really, really like those. All right, so what are we gonna do with these owls, you guys? What are we gonna do with the owls? Well, I'm thinking that if we did, maybe if I used more of my scrap soft flex beading wire, because I have a couple little scraps left here. I was thinking about just doing like a simple like loopy loop like this and have owls like like an owl hanging from it, because I thought that would be really cute. Just like a smaller loop, and using beads to like these beads along with, let's see, we would need, so we don't have like an even amount of those. Let's see, what do we have over here? So we have one. I don't think we'll use the gold owls today. Oh, why don't we use these larger gold beads? So if we did like 4 of those on each side. There we go, put that one away because we don't need it. I don't think we're gonna need those little guys. All right, so maybe that's what we'll do here. Actually, I think I want just 2. Well, I have 4 left. Let me just grab those. All right. And I need a couple head pins. I'm gonna grab a couple gold head pins. Oh, those are eye pins. I feel like I have an overabundance of eye pins at the moment. All right, so we need, those are short ones. I want a little bit longer because the owls are a little bit longer. Here we go. All right, so to make our first one, let's do, now these, remember, if you remember, these were 8 inches long. Well, one's a little bit longer, but the shorter one's about 8 inches long. So those are my scraps from before. Nope, hold on one sec. All right, sorry about that. I dumped my trash over with my foot. All right, so we have our little owl on here. Isn't he cute? And we're just gonna do a little wrap loop. Trying to use up some of my little scraps here. Yeah, let's just wrap him around a few times. About 3 should be good. And then we can trim that little extra piece off there. Straighten out our wire and squish anything that might be pokey. All right, so he's gonna be on the center of our little loop here. And then I think right next to the owl, we're gonna bring in 2 of these little beads. So 1 on each side. There's 1. And there's 1. And I don't know if we're gonna be using all those green ones. Maybe we'll use one for the top. because we only have like 3 for each side. So actually if I did, no, that won't work. Okay, all right. So we're gonna use 2 of the green ones. Oops, I need the gold. Ah, gold. I wonder why we don't have more of the chartreuse. I love that color. It's such an awesome color. All right, so if we did just kind of like a little small-ish loop here, we could do, kind of feel like I want a little bit more. Let's see, what do we have? I really love that chartreuse color and we just don't have enough of it. We're gonna use 1 to connect the 2 at the top. Maybe I'll just bring in like a little gold one on each side at the top there. So like that. And like that. Now let's bring these both together in the center. So we're going to repeat that little loop guy that we made because it's actually such an easy way to make earrings and it's really a lot of fun. So this is more of like your long skinny loop and I like that. That looks cute. All right. So then now we're going to need some crimps. So I'm going to grab a couple gold crimps. Just need 2 of them. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry guys. Got a little overzealous there. Let's put that over top of our wires. Bring that down. And just like before, we're going to put one of these strands through our crimp and through that bead. And again, you can use, I'm using Soft Flex Fine, but you can use like a 7-strand wire, or even, I'm pretty sure a 19-strand would be okay, but 49-strand would be, or Soft Flex Medium would be, I think, too thick for the, for these check glass beads, but I don't know. You can always try it out and see. So now we have our loop. And I'm going to do, again, just our regular crimper because even though I'm using Soft Flex crimps and Soft Flex wire, I'm not sure how the magical crimper would work with the fine. So we're just going to play it safe and use my regular crimper because I know it'll work with anything. So that's what we're doing. And then we need a couple more little gold ear wires. And we have our cute little owl earrings. Oop, there's one. And there's the other one. All right, just like that. Look at how cute he is. And I love that chartreuse with that blue and that gold. It looks so good. So we're just gonna go ahead and make the other one really quick because it went together pretty fast. And then I'm gonna flip you guys around and we're gonna try on everything. See how everything looks. I'll have my hair up so you can see him easier. All right, so let's go ahead and do our little 3 wraps around this little owl head here. It's like he's wearing like a little hat, like a little stocking cap. All right, get that off there. Make sure it's all sitting nice and not being all pokey. All right, and then we can get our wire, get him on our wire. We'll do our little rainbow iris check glass spacer beads here first, 1 on each side. And then we have our larger gold bead, our chartreuse bead, gold, and then our little tiny gold bead. On each side, and do the same thing over here. So we have our gold. Okay, sorry about that. My husband was coming in and I didn't want to have to like, I just had to stop just so I could talk to him for a sec. He's got some errands he's gonna run, and there we go. All right, so we got this one. And again, just pull your strands up together. I always like to put a bead on here because it just kind of brings the strands together for you. It makes it a little bit easier. I know there's some people who may not put a bead up there and just do the crimp. I just like the look of the bead. It just kind of finishes off the top of the earring for me. And then put your crimp over top. Bring that down. Bring one of your strands through your crimp again to make your loop, and down through that bead if you want. You don't have to. You can just go through your crimp at this point. I just find it so much easier to do it this way. It feels like it goes a little bit smoother for me. And then you can just pull everything together. I'm going to make sure my loops are about the same, so my earrings are the same size, and they are, so that's good. I'm going to come in here with my crimpers, and let's give that a good crimp. There we go. And we can trim off our extras, which these are still a pretty good length, so I'll add these into my extra container and use them for other things, I'm sure. And there we go. There's our last little pair of earrings, our cute little blue and chartreuse and gold owl earrings. Those are cute. All right, I'm gonna flip this around and we're gonna try on 4 pairs of earrings. I'll be right back. Okay guys, let me tilt the light towards me just a tiny bit here. I have my hair up for you so we can see them. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at that green. That chartreuse really just pops, doesn't it? There they are. Those are cute and they're not super long. So right about here. Very, very cute. All right, so there's pair 1. Let's go to these green ones. These are going to be a little bit longer. These are our wire wrapped stick earrings. Let's take a look at these. And there's one, and they're very pretty. They do dangle very nicely together. I like them. I love that green, that darker green like that too. It's so pretty. Let's do our little like cha-cha pair of leaf earrings with the pink and gold. So we got a lot of variety actually out of this box that I thought was going to be all red and gold, but there's some variety. So here they are. They look so cute. And then our very first pair that we made, the one that I think looks elegant. Let me get that here. These are really pretty and they're long. So those of you who love long earrings, look at how cute these turned out. Those are pretty. I think these are my favorite pair. What's your favorite pair? I need to know. So put in the comments below which one is your favorite. And if you end up making any of these earrings with your stash or with this box or whatever, please post them over in this Beaded Life Bead Friends on Facebook. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Anyway, so here they are. Today was interruption day, guys. That's what happens when you have a family. So there we go. All right. I think they all turned out great. Again, let me know which one is your favorite. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will talk to you again real soon. And I'm sending you all my love as always. And you know what? Just enjoy the weekend. I hope your weather is great where you're at. Bye, everyone.